Hey guys, Professor Bill of Comic Book University, and I am here chilling out. Just got back from Toys R Us. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is my Toys R Us isn't closing. Yeah, here in Canada, specifically in Ontario, ain't no Toys R Us is closing. The bad news is, ain't too much of a discount thing going around. The good news, somebody somewhere somehow made a mistake. And instead of having to pay $30 for these, $30 Canadian, I only wound up paying $20 Canadian. I don't know where or how that happened. It was not marked, but yeah, I saw every single one of these figures. Now I'm going to show you right here that all of these figures were actually on sale. But you may notice that I've only got 6 of the 7 figures. I did not buy the Spider-Punk. Now that's actually the right arm of the Lizard. Why didn't I buy it? Because I was originally just going to buy Prowler, Spider-Man Noir, and Mysterio. I was like, yeah, I don't really need any of the other guys. But then when I found out that they were $20 instead of $30, like, yeah, I'm going to go back. And I had Spider-Punk in my hand, and I put him right back down. I'm like, you know what? I can go without Lizard's right arm. I'm good. I'll pretend he's still Connors and he doesn't have his right arm. More than that, I can try and find it online. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. George Bush Sr. Anyway, so you will see that I've got everybody else. I've got Spider-Man Noir. I have got the Lasher symbiote that comes with the head. By the way, Noir comes with the left arm. I have got, oh God, this is just a grail. I said to myself, if I could find this, I'm definitely going to get it. I don't care if I've got to pay $40 for it. Mysterio looks awesome and I want him. And he comes with one of the legs. The other leg is with Hobby, the Prowler. He doesn't seem to come with any accessories except the leg, which is weird. Like, do they not want us to buy him? Whatever, man. Like, he could have come with a grappling hook or something, but I don't know. Anyway. And then I've already got a Spider-Woman, and I'm very sad. I would not have, I don't know. I like both versions. I've got the original version of Spider-Woman. And this version is cool. This is from, I think it was Bendis. I didn't actually read that storyline yet, but I do want to get around to it. I heard it was good. But I had to get it because it's the body. I mean, come on, dude. So anyway, this one still looks good. It's gorgeous. This is the one where she was pregnant. And to be honest, I'd have actually rather her been pregnant than just, you know, her standard costume. But I don't know, it is what it is. And then, of course, I didn't want to get it. I did want to get it. I didn't want to get it. I went back and forth on this. And literally, the tail did not concern me at all. But there's so many parts that come with this. So I wound up getting Gwenpool. Yeah, not the hugest fan, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm not one of those people who just keeps them in a box and says, okay, yeah, I got these things. Nuh-uh. I open my stuff. And due to the power of the internet, well, I tried to set them all back up the right way. It just didn't quite work out that way. Anyway, so yeah, let's look what we got. First off, let's get Gwenpool out of the way. So Gwenpool, as you can see, she's got her hands. They actually come in the form like she can actually make a little heart for herself, and that's really cool. But something else that she can do, just actually here for the sake, here's your belt that's nice and loose, and her swords, they go in and out of the little. You can actually take them out and put in her hands if you want. She's got a little penguin attachment backpack there. Her legs, all that stuff. She's got the little divots in the bottom for the holes in the bottom for setting her up on something. Head swivels. It's actually a pretty good movement there. You know, I dig her movement. Her articulation is perfect. You can hear the nice crunchy wiggle room there so that you can move her pretty much any which way you want. So I'm digging it. She moves just under her breasts as opposed to at her waist, which is perfectly acceptable to me. She's got this extra belt around here. I guess that is just for the sake of conversation. All right. I'm not a huge Gwenpool fan, so this is just kind of an extracurricular or whatever. If you don't like that face, don't worry about it. She comes with an entirely different one. Yeah, well, not entirely different. She's got the little Miley Cyrus tongue on the side. Anyway, she also comes with a couple of extra hands. We can check those out here. She's got a peace sign one. She's got one that's gonna, I don't know, hold something. She's got a few little things there. These ones here are particularly interesting. I guess that this is so in case you want her to hold her little camera, because yes, she does actually, or guns. Yeah, I guess you can actually hold guns. More on that with the Spider-Man Noir, but she also comes with a little camera, which I think is interesting. It's a little cell phone, I should say. So yeah, this is the hardest piece. Like, this piece comes out and I had to look at really see like, is this actually a little cell phone? I'm not sure. And it actually popped out and I had to stop for a couple moments and look for it. Anyway, this is Gwenpool and all of her Gwenpool-y awesomeness. I did actually try to get her to hold the camera with her hands, but she couldn't, so is what it is. All right, so these don't usually stand very well, and they probably won't. Next up, let's get to Spider-Woman. This is exactly what she comes with, her. She doesn't come with anything else. Of course, she comes with the BAF piece, the Build-A-Figure piece. And she is, as you'd expect, like her, I'm going to get a little bit perverted now, but her butt is, of course, exceptional because, well, I think it was Jim Lee who drew that excellent butt picture. Yeah, they can't mess with that. She's not so much in the front like in the other figure. I've actually got the other figure being held by Fishwire in a flying position, and she actually comes with the under wings and all that stuff, and it's totally amazing. I love it. I absolutely love that figure, and that's definitely my favorite of these two figures, but it is what it is. Anyway, her eyes, though, the glasses, they actually do come out, and that's kind of cool. At the same time, I'm terrified that it's going to fall out and I'm going to lose them, so I might actually give a little drop of super glue on the other side. This belt down here is not loose, which is probably a good thing. And yeah, for all intents and purposes, she's just what you see is what you get. The Gwenpool undoubtedly came with the most stuff. And now, yeah, I bet you wish. So let's go, that's going to be last. So we've got Spider-Man Noir. He is amazing. The trench coat, yes, is a plastic that is very loose, and I'm sure if you pop the arms off, you could take the jacket off. I'm not entirely sure. In fact, let me see that. It looks like it looks like you absolutely could if you pop the arms off. But why in the heck would you want to do that? And he's just wearing a really weird kind of shirt. Anyway, he pivots, moves, and everything, and this is just an absolutely gorgeous piece. The biggest problem I feel is the guns. Just take a good look at that, let that focus in. They look like laser guns more than anything else. They don't look like Lugers. They don't look like any kind of a regular gun. I feel like he should just have his regular guns that he had in the comic book. But it is what it is. And also, you know, he's obviously got that trigger finger hand, but the gun, the pistol, doesn't allow you to put his finger in it. The hole is definitely, like, undeniably way too small to be able to slip his finger in there. And that's kind of disappointing. I don't see why they could have just made it so they can, you know, make that trigger assembly a little bit bigger so they could stick the finger in there. But it is what it is. Anyway, so let's put him back. See if he'll be able to stand. Nope, of course not. Let's bend him forward. Okay. This guy over here, the, what do you call it? What the heck is this guy's name? Lasher. Lasher is whatever. He's kind of cool. These pieces do come off. In fact, they don't come attached. You have to attach them yourself. And they're interesting because each piece has a completely different assembly connector inside. So it's like you have to put it in this exact assembly that they want it in. There's no changing around to make the top ones in the bottom or anything like that. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of not cool. But for the most part, if you look at it really closely, like it doesn't look scary at all. It just looks like a regular, it's just a very standard Spider-Man mold, obviously, and Spider-Man's not scary, you know what I'm saying? But this mold is supposed to be, but it's just not. Like it's extremely articulate like the regular Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Extremely articulate, and you can't have scary with a little, you know, bird chest like that. So it is what it is. I don't know, I'll probably like hang him upside down like I did my regular Spider-Man or something. But we'll see. His feet are exceptionally large though, so you'd figure he can stand a little bit better. Doesn't seem that way. Okay, the Prowler. I love the character, the Prowler. He's such an interesting character. This is a very cool character. You can see his hands are in the shape of claws, and that is exceptional. I'm digging it. I do, however, wish that he would have come with just his regular head, though. You know, like if, you know, with the mask off, that would have been amazing if he would have come with the mask off. This cape can be removed. I don't know why you would want to. It does have the little assembly piece in the back so that it'll actually stay on. So you can actually have the cape leaning forward a little bit around his neck. All of these little parts are removable. If you remove his hand, they spin and all that stuff, and that's a little bit annoying, but whatever, it is what it is. This is a very cool character. Again, I just wish he would have come with his regular human head also. That would have been kind of cool. And last but not least, you've got the man himself, Mysterio. Now, these bottom parts will come off. You actually had to assemble them. And they're weird because they can go on in multiple different directions. I put them on in 2 different directions very specifically so that you could see the smoke, the stage smoke. It's very cool. And in case you're wondering, what's inside there? Oh, what's this? It is removable. Yes, it is. Oh, it's got the divot. No, yes, it does have the divot on the back, so you have to be careful and slowly pull that off. And look at that head. That is just freaky. So freaky. The snaky, smoky stuff. Yeah, get your fishbowl back on, bud. This is amazing. I saw this figure and I put him in my my cart immediately. I'm like, I could not believe I found this in a regular old Toys R Us and on sale for 20 bucks instead of 30 Canadian. That is crazy. And like I said, I wanted these 2 also. I had them in my cart also, and I went up front and they showed the price. I'm like, you're kidding me. So I ran back and got these other 3 also. And like I said, I had the Spider-Punk in my hand, and I put him back down. Oh wait, I am missing something, aren't I? So we've got the Lizard here. I already assembled him for you. He's got the tail. The tail moves in by, what do you call it, 3 different... It's got 3 sections, basically. So it's bifurcating. And, what do you call it? The legs do not really bend open, like straighter than this. That's the most. There's not a lot of wiggle room there, which is perfectly acceptable. The toes actually move, as well as the feet. You can twist them around, all that good stuff. You know, oops. You know the way that these work. And what do you call it? He will twist at the waist because he was just doing that for me. There we go. And it's a weird shape. And also you can see that he bends there at the waist, right below the sternum. And you see the ripped shirt, and it's loose too, which just gives it this amazing effect. It's gorgeous, and you can see where you're actually supposed to put the other pieces inside. And look at the detail on the jacket. Look at the color, the discoloration. Like they just burnt the bottom. I didn't do that. They did that themselves. Like I wouldn't have even thought to do that. But that's awesome that they did. I love the detail, the tears all around the collar. This is amazing. And just to get into the, well, first the arms. A lot of articulation with the arms. I'm actually surprised that the fingers themselves don't move, but the hands, they do bend at the wrist. They do turn at the wrist. They'll bend all over the place, everywhere else. Look at that, the rips. God, this is just amazing. The burns right at the edges of the sleeves, everything, the collar. It's amazing. This whole entire top part can come off. That's sick. That's crazy. And then you can see the tongue. The tongue is out permanently, but the head does go up and down. It will twist. It absolutely will twist. And then the jaw will also move. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, look at the detail on the eyes. That is amazing. Teeth, let's check his dental work, shall we? Look at that. That's crazy gorgeous. So, I'm going to try and find somebody who's willing to sell me the right arm, or trade me for the right arm. Maybe I'll trade some other BAF pieces I've got that I'm just not interested in. And we'll see what's up, because, oh my God, this is gorgeous. And yes, I do want, like, I've got this much right now. I want the entire Lizard at this point. This is such an amazing BAF piece. But yeah, like I said, I would have gotten the Mysterio just for the sake of getting the Mysterio alone. Okay, doing this with one hand is going to be nigh impossible, but the tail does help. Just, I have to actually have both hands free to do it. Okay, so you can actually see the size of the lizard next to everybody else. He's obviously bigger, but it's not one of those kind of things. Let me actually take this off and show you. You see my kid's train table back there. So you can see he is actually bigger, but being crunched over like that, he looks like he's about the same size, so he just looks more menacing. That is crazy awesome. Crazy, just looking next to Mysterio back there. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. So these are my figures. These are the extra pieces for Gwenpool. None of the other pieces, or none of the other characters actually have any real pieces except for the arms, the tendrils for Lasher there, the removable capes for these two knuckleheads, and the guns for Spider-Man Noir, and the bottom piece there, the two bottom pieces, the smoke, the stage smoke for Mysterio. So realistically, like, the weakest piece is clearly Spider-Woman. Although her glasses come off and she does, I mean, she looks gorgeous. She looks amazing. I love the figure. All of these are gorgeous. So, I don't know, the best deal for alone would probably be Mysterio and Gwenpool. But, of course, there's the rocker Spider-Man, which that was just a fail from the beginning. That was an absolute fail from the beginning. There he is. He's got his little spikes on his head. Not interested. And he comes with a guitar. So not even remotely interested. And he is the right arm. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the class. And that's it for me, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.